Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of Jurch's SolForge Fusion Digital Client streaming. As per usual, I'm Jurch. I'm your host for this lovely evening. I am head of events and organized play at Stoneblade Entertainment. And it looks like we've already got a lot going on in the chat. So, I'm here to play some SolForge Fusion Digital Client against some people, show you what's going on in client, and hopefully engaging with a lot of people in all across the world that love this game of SolForge Fusion. And we've got PainX910 that's saying nice hat. This hat is from Talking Cardboard, which is a board gaming group that I am a part of. We play a bunch of games, we do reviews and playthroughs, and we occasionally do marathons for charity and stuff like that. We recently actually reviewed another Stoneblade Entertainment game called You Gotta Be Kidding Me, so you should check that out. I didn't plan on having a little promotional snippet for Talking Cardboard, but check them out. It's a good group of guys. We love playing games and reviewing and stuff like that. And one of our most recent videos is on You Gotta Be Kidding Me, a fun, light kind of deduction liar's dice type game that is great for a lot of different groups of people, a lot of different sizes. But you know what? Check out the video and you'll get a much better analysis of it. You heard they're all right? Yeah, they're definitely above mediocre. Selmer the Witch King also asked, so who won the competition last week? It's a month-long competition, but right now I think I am behind. For whatever reason, I think Wednesdays, more people like to kind of be able to tune in or tune out, but we're watching that stream. I can get the full count for y'all next week after we've got 2 weeks worth of data in, and that'll be good. Yeah, all month I'm trying to surpass what Lucas does. But let's see, we've already got 7 people now. If we can get up to double-digit viewers, then I'll be able to spoil some things from what we're going to see at Gen Con this year, especially in the storyline event. We're going to talk about that as the night goes on. So let's see. This week we have the Tuesday $5 sealed event, Tuesday at 7 p.m. We, if you try to participate in last Thursday's sealed event, because we also do $5 sealed events, Thursdays at noon Central Time, there was some issues with the decks, and we think time zones of people and things like that. I believe we got it all figured out. So we will be able to have regular events, $5 sealed events, work as normal this week. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then Thursdays noon Central Time. That's when the official Stoneblade ones are going on. Also this Saturday, we have our second Worlds Qualifier event. Ooh, and we've got a lot of action going on in the chat. So the Worlds Qualifier event, Gen Con, which is August 1st through the 4th, we have a bunch of Stoneblade Entertainment games going on. We've got a bunch of SolForge Fusion that's scheduled to be going on. Very, very excited. And part of that is the World Championship. So if you win one of these qualifier events, we had one in June, and we're having one this Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, then you will get free entry into Worlds. It doesn't give you free entry or travel from wherever you are in the world to get to Gen Con. You still got to get through the doors. But for that specific event, you can get free entry. And I'm still working out how to make that happen, but it will definitely happen for anybody who wins Worlds. And yeah, Solmer, that's right. You were the one that won June's. So it's either free entry or we'll make sure that it is definitely worth your while. Because we want to showcase the competitive side of this game and not just the sealed event, but also, you know, the constructed side, because that's a really important part of organized play. And a lot of people's enjoyment in SolForge Fusion is what's the best deck you can come to the table with. And so for this Saturday event, is it the number of rounds and the top cut is based on the number of participants. So I don't want to say anything right now because the numbers are definitely going to change between now and Saturday. But the ultimate prize is finishing first once you get through that top cut. The decks that you play in this Saturday's event don't have to be the ones that you're bringing to Worlds, but it's just whatever you think is best right now. And we'll see where the chips fall. But even if you just wanted to participate to be testing things that you might be seeing in Worlds, I think it's a great opportunity for that as well. Along with that, We have there's a bunch of the bugs that were updated for from the July 4th update. So that was a couple of weeks ago. They fixed some really important things. There are still a lot of things that are being worked on. And I know one of those things is related to Hantu and trying to improve the overall player experience. And I mentioned that recently, and it is getting a higher priority. We'll see exactly when that's going to be fully fleshed out on the digital client, but I do know that it is a higher priority for our engineers to try to get that solved. For those of you who don't know, Hantu, the is it Restless or Relentless? I can't remember which one it is, but it's a spirit in Necrium that it says when one of your other creatures dies, the opponent either has to pay a certain amount of life or that creature reanimates. So that if you're playing paper version or like tabletop version, you can say, we're doing this creature, then this creature, then this creature, then this creature, if multiple creatures are destroyed. But on the digital client, it doesn't identify which creature you're having to make the decision on. So that has caused some problems for players, and we're doing the best we can to try to make that work in the meantime until we have a clear-cut way to identify which creature is the one in question for either paying the life or reanimating it. But it's in the works, and I don't have a timeline for when that's going to be addressed, but I do know that it is very important, and we're trying to update that quality of life for players. Viper Dave, good to see you. And good to see Rakdos Unleashed from work. I like that. I like the multitasking. And Solomar had a question already. Did the storyline event sell out? The storyline event has not sold out yet. We still have plenty of room last time I checked. And it would be a good problem to have if that event did technically sell out, because then I would be able to start to get creative in terms of trying to make that give us an opportunity for anybody who wants to participate in the Gen Con storyline event to be able to do that. And I don't think that Worlds has sold out either. So there should be plenty of space for the SolForge Fusion events, at Gen Con. I think I'm pretty much caught up with a lot of the basics. Yes. Yeah, sign up as soon as possible for these, because I know a lot of the events are starting to fill up. I know at least one of the other events that Stoneblade is putting on, one of the World Championships, I think it was for Ascension. That one did fill up already. So the sooner you get on that, the better. And especially, I cannot recommend the storyline event highly enough. It is one of the best, most impactful experiences you can have in SolForge Fusion. And there is a certain fun element to it where you're like exploring what's going on, seeing the story unfold. You're interacting with a lot of people, and it's a lot less stressful, I think, because it's not competitive in the conventional sense, that it's not one person trying to finish in first place and beat all your opponents. It's more of, can you be fulfilling your objectives? Can you be, or what type of relationship do you want to have to this story? What do you want to contribute to it? And I think that is so much fun. Like I've talked about before, there is going to be a cooperative element to this, or kind of a team element. It's not like you'd see in other card games where you've got groups of 3 people that are teams against other groups of 3 people. So if you know a lot of people or you're social, you have an advantage. It is going to be decided by faction again. It won't be as predetermined, because like it was for Fuse Fest 2, because there's a lot more unknowns with how this process is working for Gen Con. But along with that there being a lot less predetermination in how things shake out, there's going to be a lot less structure to it. So the only thing we'll require is that what faction you're in, you have to use that Forgeborn, but you can use whatever half decks you want with it. That we want to make this a fun kind of whimsical experience, but still be able to have identity with your faction. And I'm excited to see where things are at, and when people sit down at the table and start to make their decisions, and then it'll be really fun. So that's all I can say right now. Once we get up to double-digit viewers, we are all right. We're already up to double-digit viewers, so then I will be able to show off one of our spoilers. And Fast Hippie, what is going on? I'm catching in midway story mode PvE even thing doodle. Alloyin greater than all, clearly. So let's reveal a spoiler, and I'm going to try not to over spoil because we still have a couple of weeks left leading into Gen Con itself. But I'm going to give a two-part spoiler. And this artwork, let's see if I can get this to work. We're going to lose a little production value here, but bear with me. Let's see if I still do have the mic going, which is good. So this is part one of our spoiler. This art is going to be shown very prominently. Very excited for what's going on here, but this, in my opinion, this is only telling part of the story of what's going to be going on, because I think this piece of the puzzle is going to be a little bit more intriguing, if you will, for what players are about to see. And this is some of my favorite artwork that I've seen in recent SolForge, in the lore of what's going on in SolForge Fusion. So I'm going to leave this image up here. I'm trying to balance between giving away too much or not enough at this point. There will be an article coming out between now and the start of Gen Con that recaps a lot of people on some of the recent lore, like from Fuse Fest, or going back a little bit further to what's happened to Sunder at the original Fuse Fest, and then some of the other storyline events that players have participated in. But I'm very excited for what these two images are going to lead players down, what they're going to mean. And I'm very excited to see how both of these images look in terms of something that will be tactile once we get to actually playing. And I'm very excited to see how these turn out in their final forms. And just kind of comparing and contrasting what these two look like. I'm very excited for what this is going to mean for players and how it fits into the greater story that Jurch is telling, and the experience that Fletch came up with, and that I just get to be able to share with you all. Zoe Misery, I'd hang a poster of that on my wall. Yeah, especially if we could get it glow in the dark, or some sort of other like lenticulation. I think that's what it's called. Like the shininess of it. Fast Hippie, black hole sun won't come and wash away the rain. This is bringing something else to the table. And I guess I don't want to spoil too much more, but I'm very excited for what this could mean and what players are going to be able to do, the autonomy that you all will have participating in this, and just the direction that players are going to go, and what that's going to mean for the direction of this game. Because that is one of the great things about storyline events, is the results do impact the future of the game. And I know that a lot of the things that are showing up now are a result of what happened at Fuse Fest 2, are a result of what has happened in previous decisions. I know I think, was it PAX Unplugged last year, where they decided to have somebody put on the crown instead of destroy it. And we're starting to see that come to fruition. Anyways, you guys didn't come to have me gush about the lore of this game. You come to watch me play it. One of the things that I want to play tonight is, let's see, go to my collection here, is I have a few decks that are on their way, that they were temporary decks, these Phantom decks, because I opened them going through this Player XP track, and I'm not going to be able to find where they were, but there were some decks that are expiring at the end of the week, or at the end of a week. So I am going to be playing with some of them, and we are going to jump in. Let's find one of those decks. I'm going to start with the Master Mages here. Going to confirm that. And I actually think, let's see if Zoe Misery is online. Zoe, you said you were going to be online. Well, now we're going to have an on-air production meeting, and we're going to see. Otherwise, I will just jump in the queue and see whoever I will face off against. Oh, I'm not. I'm sorry. Were you planning on showing up? Otherwise, I can just take these in against some randos. All right, so because we have delayed this long enough, I'll go with this flying one. And then we'll see. So this deck, I wish that I could be showing the deck right now, but I can't. The Alloyin half is the one that's on a timer and is pretty cool because it has triple. Oh, I wish I remember that modifying term. Well, let's just show it then, so then I could talk about it. Come on. Oh, well, we found a match, so then you'll be able to see it pretty quickly, anyways. Come on. Fast hippie. So that's right. It was Synapse. So this is a triple Synapse deck. Synapse is an Alloyin modifying term that gives the text activate, upgrade a card in your hand, then discard it. So I've got triple Synapse, which is super cool. And I call this flying because this deck then can move really fast. That's the goal. And I want it to move super fast in order to be upgrading a bunch of cards and potentially trying to get a Krogius level 3 out on the field. Upgrade a card in your hand and discard it. I'm going to upgrade Force Field. There we go. Oh, well, there we go. Ouch. Well, I know where this is going. So we're just going to botanimate there. And the goal is to try to power level Krogius or just get so much extra value on other players that I'm just able to outvalue them by the second or third deck cycle anyways. And actually, let's not do that. Let's go here. Venerable Tactician. Ooh, a lot of breakthrough, a lot of gross. But now we go the Hibernating Mantis. And I get to give a couple of creatures some armor. And we see where we're at. Yeah, the triple Synapse was very eye-opening because that is allowing the deck to move so fast. And I thought, well, what's the thing that people want to try to power level through? And the answer to that most often is Krogius. So I've got one self-respecting Krogius deck, and I thought, all right, let's power through this and see if we can get that cooking. So I put this together, and then we'll just kind of see how this goes, and then I can show off the other deck too, the other temporary deck, because that was super fun as well. So all I need to do here is continue to stall and keep my opponent or prevent them from getting too much of an advantage before I'm able to get that Krogius 3 out. So my Synapse creatures to show off are the Allomancer, so mage synergy, but not a whole lot of mages, the Assassin, and then the Techno Hulk. Okay. I think I'm not going to upgrade the Techno Hulk because I'm going to try to be sneaky here. And I don't like Shardplate Behemoth. I don't know why, but that one's really been bothering me lately. Been a tough creature to mess around with. So I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to go like this. And then, because I replaced, I'll deal 3 damage there, so that Shardplate Behemoth is going to do less damage. And then I win 2 trades, lose another, and then take 5 damage. Okay. And I got a couple of Synapse here. Now, I won't want to use my level 2 Mantis yet because my level 3 Forgeborn ability is Dark Forge Drain. So a secondary win condition here is me pumping my deck full of spells and then being able to give a creature that has Breakthrough or Stealth a whole bunch of attack and try to win in one fell swoop that way. So it's kind of a secondary win condition, but I need to get there. And right now, things aren't looking too promising. Well, let's go like this and have that Tactician there. And let's see what my opponent's Forgeborn ability is. Give your creatures +2/+2. Gotcha. So my goal is to try to put some spells in here when I can, or just be upgrading my spells through the Triple Synapse. And then trying to get Krogius out and or get it pumped full of Dark Forge Drain. And then we'll see where we go with that. All right, let's close out of some of these extra windows so we're not taking up too much extra bandwidth. The Stampeding Patriarch. I don't like where that's going. So the question is, I think I want to go Synapse Allomancer there. And these creatures, I don't need to be upgrading any of them. So I'm going to go like this and deal the damage there. Zoe says that she's got me next game. And then Salmer, just give it all to Krogius, make Dustin suffer. Well, that's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Pterodon Nest and ooh. So then the Stampeding Patriarch can damage itself and survive. And then what is it going to take out? My 9/9? Yep. And give all those creatures that extra. Yeah. Oof. This is pretty fast. 19 is not good. 19 is not good. So I'm going to try to get a few playthroughs with each of these decks because I know that the Alloyin ones, they disappear in a few hours. So I will just try to get a little bit of fun with those while I still can. And let's see. Got 19 health left. Let's go like that to block that one. We're going to see, let's see, 14, 15. Oh, that might be too much. because even if we go like this, that is 24, and I only have 21. So it went fast, but in the wrong way. Triple Synapse, it's fun. I love doing it in the campaign and being able to eventually upgrade my entire hand or by the second deck cycle sometimes. And part of it is playing against an opponent that is a computer, and part of it is playing against an opponent that uh that isn't quite thinking on a lot of the best moves. So I can get away with a little bit more, but having multiple Synapse creatures out on the board at one time is really fun to then be just upgrading everything in my hand. And like at the start of the second deck cycle, all my cards are level 2. Fast Hippie just wanted to be efficient with my time. Oh, thank you. You are so kind. And I think Miss Misery said we were going to play on this one. But she cannot be. Well, I don't know why I can't play. Well, what can you play me? All right, let's see if I can do a little behind the scenes. It says I'm offline. Mine says you're offline. Because I can invite all these other friends. Nope, says you're offline. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not offline. Let's see. Uh, it does say view friend list, 23 online. Okay. Aha. Okay. I see you here. And wait a minute. No, stop it. Yes, accept. Okay. I think we got it working. Oh, no, but I want to do that one. Okay. So the fun part in this Master Mages, what? Yes. Okay. All right. Accept that. Play. Got it. Nailed it. So the fun part of this is in this Alloyin deck, I opened a Betrayer Master. Didn't like that. Play game. I accepted the invitation. Friend battle. Try me one last time. Play game. Play. That's so odd. Think it's a server thing? Okay. So Zoe, how about you restart? Because if I restart, then I'm probably going to lose my stream. Because we are playing on the same network, so I don't know. That shouldn't cause any problems. So I'll see what else is out there, but I'll have this one waiting for you because I have a lot of fun playing this one too, having a Betrayer Master. And the Master, for those of you who don't know, is typically in Tempest, that creature. It's a fused creature, so it has a modifying term with it. And the Master part of the card says, when you play another mage, you can play a Spell Sprite minion. So that can do a lot of shenanigans if you get multiple mages out, and then you're just playing a whole bunch of minions, filling up your lanes. And then you get a lot of board state advantage that way. And potentially then if you decide to start playing a lot of spells, then those spell sprites get really large. Yeah, so I'm going to see if there's somebody else to try it with while Zoe is refreshing, restarting. Otherwise, we'll have to figure that out after the stream and what was going on there. Did I have a campaign going? I think I did. I did, and as soon as I click it, found an opponent. Probably fast hippie again. Oh, we're up to 13 people watching. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, and I got the master right away. Okay, so it is a bolstering master, which says give another one of your creatures armor this turn, but I kind of want to get that one out first, so I'm getting more minions. So it's kind of a catch-22. Actually, let's go with the summoning Invocust first, because that's the difference between 1 minion and 2 minions, and I would rather potentially give this enough armor to survive a trade so that I can activate it next turn to deal a little bit of damage if I end up playing a spell. But with 5 creatures here, that's not going to happen. All right, so Bolstering Master there, and then I'm going to give that Spell Knight the 4 armor to hopefully still survive. But then tech upgrade, those nerds are going to haunt me. That's one of the difficulties of showcasing a combo deck or a deck with specific exciting pieces is then when those get taken out, then it's just a regular deck. All right, so we're going to see what we can cobble together with this. And I put this together with a set 1 Tempest that had a lot of mages and mage synergy with it as much as possible to... Ooh. Poor combo pieces. Poor deck construction is what it is. Yeah. So it's just me being a bad player. But let's go like this with the Suppressing Allomancer. Destroy up to 1 enemy creature with 3 attack or less. I'll take that one out. And I'm going to activate this to deal 1 damage for each mage I have in play. I've got 2 mages, so I'll just deal 2 damage there. So now my opponent is back down to 1 creature. Had to die. All right, and then they fell into my trap because turnabout, I get to have a creature at level 1. It's a level 1 enemy creature battle a neighbor. That gets bumped up. I played a spell, so then I get to deal 2 damage there. And then I get to take care of that nerd. All right, all in all, I did okay on that first one. Okay. And then I think I'll do a Raging Master there. And I may... Trap card, ugh. Yep, fast hippie, you fell into my trap. Then, let's see, I could have the Taunting Virtuoso, bring this Orion Battle Droid over. Or I can, let's see, 1, 2... I can do a Pokemancer to try to set up for future replacement shenanigans, which I like the idea of that. So let's go like this. And I'm going to activate to deal 1 damage for each mage I have in play. I have 2. So it'll deal 2 damage, which won't take out that battle droid, but it will put it within striking distance of my master. So I'm able to chip away a little bit. Opponent gets to play a level 1 spell because of that Slay. Rune Scarred Pit. Oh, gross. Okay, it just lets me know I have to do some more replacing to get rid of that zombie brute. My opponent's Forgeborn ability is Knockback. Move an enemy creature to the back row of its lane. You may give it -5 attack. And whenever I play a spell this turn, deal 3 damage to a creature or player. I don't have any spells, so I'm not going to be gathering the storm now. But I did get my other Apocamancer and another Master. So I could be setting up for some really strong future plays. But I might be taking a fair amount of damage in the meantime in order to let that happen. Let's see. I think I'm going to do the first Apocamancer there. Or the level 2 Apocamancer there. And then I may replace my Spell Sprite with the Raging Master and be able to deal a total of 8 damage to creatures and or players. So I think I would deal all 8 of it to this Zombie Brute in order to keep the level 1 Apocamancer alive. And open laning right there. So I am going to do this because then I'd survive this trade. 5 damage dealt there. 3 damage dealt there. And I will gladly take 6 damage if it means I get to keep both of my Apocamancer's alive. Ooh. I think I'm going to do my Gathering Storm now because I'm going to be playing some spells. Deal 5 damage there, and then I'll just finish it off. And hopefully I get into a position where I can play Turnabout, again, my trap card. Because if my opponent plays a creature in either one of these lanes, oh no. Yep, that just happened. But, so then Turnabout's not going to do me any good. But Suppressing Elemancer, I can put that over here. Destroy an enemy creature with 5 attack or less. Don't have any. But I can play a Spell Sprite minion. And then I get to activate to deal 2 damage for each mage I have in play. I've got 2 mages in play. So then I'll deal the 4 damage there. And be able to put a couple of threats out. Because the Master can be threatening. Oh, nice. Frankabomb right there is a good call. Good call on that, because then they get a Zombie Brute. All right, and now the Summoning Invocus could be really helpful, especially with an Apocamancer out. Oh, look at all those nerds going to work. I think if I Summoning Invocus into Conflagrate, I'll be able to do a fair amount of damage on their board. So let's go like this. That, and the Summoning means I get to play a Spell Sprite minion. I'll just put it on top of there. And the Master there, I get to just put another one. I'll put it right on top of there. And then dealing 5 damage there. And I think I'm going to spread it out, knowing that they're probably going to replace right here anyways, or put a creature there that will take out my Master. So I'm going to set up for Conflagrate being able to take out 2 of their creatures. And then this Invocus being able to deal 3 more damage. Oh, yes, another Runescarred Pit. Yep, so that's going to hurt a little bit, a lot of bit. Yes, indeed. And going to give a creature -5 attack, move it back. And then I will Conflagrate, so it's dealing 2 damage to each of up to 2 different creatures and or players. Increased by 1 for each mage I have in play. I've got 2 mages in play, so it's going to be dealing 4 there and there. That spell sprite gets up a little bit, and then I get to activate this because I played a spell to deal 3 damage there, so then those two trade. So all in all, I lose a master, but I'm still doing okay because I got a couple other nice things out. New deck cycle, my opponent, you and your creatures get 6 armor this turn, and I get play a spell for free. Well, that's going to be nice. When your creature, if it's a warrior, gets +6 attack. Let's see. I'll go like this, and then I am going to use my Forgeborn ability right away to go Force Field to give that some attack again to make that a problem. I've got that one in the chamber, which is 5. I've got Electronet, which I can do for free. So we're just going to be juggling a whole bunch of stuff right now. All right. Because now, on replacement of a creature, I'm dealing a total of 12 damage to things. And if we go the Summoning Invocust here, Spell Swarm to replace deals 7 damage there, deal 5 damage there, and then because I played a spell, I'll deal 5 damage there. And now the Apocomancers are out. My summoning... Oops. My summoning Invokists are out doing their thing. And I got a lot of damage showing. And yes, Zoe Misery, that escalated quickly. All right, so 38 to 18. And I've got, let's see, I've got Burnout, which is a nice fun card. Raging Master, but I don't have another mage. But then I could potentially do that turnabout. Oh, Evil Lab. Let's Burnout here. And then give all my creatures some attack. And the reason why I saved the Master is because it's got aggressive. So I want to be able to counterpunch and do 7 sneaky damage to my opponent's face. And now that's 15 damage showing on them. And they do take out my last Apocomancer. But now I can do this and just Lightning Spark to the face to end it. So good game on that one. That was an exhibition of how fast masters and mages can go. It's why it's one of my favorite archetype or creature types. I think it's one of the most powerful. And I've got, what, an hour and a half left on this deck before it goes away. Good game, Fast Hippie. All right. I wonder if I have any other... I think those were the 2 decks that were going away. What's been another fun one that I've been playing a little bit lately? This one's always fun. Okay, so let's see if things are working with Zoe Misery. Uh-huh. Oh, way behind. Challenge frame. That's a challenge. That trap turn made a huge difference. Yes, turnabout, I mean, it lives up to its name, is punishing you for having creatures next to each other, more so than even like Ice Storm, where it says deal 4 damage to a creature and then 2 damage to creatures in adjacent lanes. Being able to just have 2 of your creatures battle is really tough. Sir Paper, if only there was a way to save Phantom decks from the abyss. As far as I know, there isn't. It's how the decks are programmed. So I know that the engineers are all working on a lot of really important, helpful stuff for the game, including making Hantu more user friendly. So I don't know if they even have the time or the opportunity to go back and reconstruct those decks. So yep, I'm totally fine with these ones going away. I just want to get as much use out of them as I can before they go. And then let's see, this deck. I like the opportunity to use the Dark Shaper Savant and this Fraud's Experiment, which I think Fraud Experiments are on their way to being fixed. Oh no. Yes, Hantu the Confused Ghost. You activated his trap card? Okay. Well, I need to get Drone Hive out. And I need to get it in a lane that's not going to be Runestone. Your creature in this lane has Slay. You may play level 1 spell for free. So I am going to avoid that at all costs. And we've got this Tempest rocket ship that's going on up here. This is such a fun card with the Tempest spell slinging, which I think Zoe's going to be doing here. Um, I know that these are going to get out of hand. So let's try blocking there and then also winning that trade. And because I've got stealth, then their creature in the back won't engage in combat. So I might be able to then get another turn without Zoe getting benefit from this runestone. But we'll see. And then I've got my combo now. I've got the Dark Shaper Savant online. And here's another fun part in this deck is Infernal Ritual. Destroy one of your creatures to play 2 mindless zombie minions. I'm going to save this at the level 1 until I have a time to really be able to punish my opponent with it, because those zombie minions, mindless zombie minions, are level 1s. So I don't necessarily want to do that with the level 1 Dark Shaper Savant because it's only giving a creature -1/-1. I want to save this for like the level 2. What is prepared? Ready one of your creatures. Ooh. Hey, Gorgeous! And Rakdos Unleash, yes, Dark Shaper and a Drone Hive. I love that combo. Yeah, it's fun. Let's see. I think we're gonna go like this and open. Oh, well, then I'm gonna fix that. Oh, so I'm gonna go there and then give this -1/-1. So my spirit will be able to win that trade. And then I'm totally fine losing my creature there. I thought that I wouldn't have to go up against an aggressive, but here we are. 3.5 hour road trip turned into 7 hours. Gotta love it. Oh no, gorgeous. 7. Oh, that's gross. Any particular reason that doubled your travel time? Oh, I got a couple Dark Shaper River. So mean. Oh yeah, Dark Shaper and River of Souls. Yeah, that's bad. So now Zoe gets to play playing Chain Lightning just for the leveling, and then you get a minion out. I'm glad I avoided the trouble of that one. Had to drop my girlfriend's on off at her house on the other side of town, and then she wanted to stop for food on the way. Yeah, that sounds like that'll add to a trip. Okay. So this hand kind of puts me in a rough spot. I'm going to want to do Cackle Bones on top of this drone hive, because when it slays, I get to destroy up to one level 1 enemy creature. So then it would be a double slay to then get double benefit from this drone hive, provided Kakobone stays in that lane. All right, so I'm going to do that first. And I'm still not sure what I want my other play to be. It might be Blightskull Bomb and do it on my Spectre and then move my Spectre over her Everflow Eidolon. So we got Spirit on Spirit action there. I think I might have to do that. We'll see what she puts up against me. Oh, Druid's... Oh, that's going to make that big. Well... So I'm going to move this over. Stealth Spirit. That's the idea. Is Stealth Spirit on Defender Spirit. And Blightskull Bomb, if she takes that out, then it's a moot point anyways. So I wonder... Because that profit gets real big. I know that it's the Defender as well. But let's actually give me a little bit of life. Let's go Vampiric Skeleton here. So I'll block. And then I'll siphon off a little bit of health. Because a Chain Lightning deck can deal a lot of damage real quick. Let's start out with Camouflaged Justicar. And I've got this Electronet that I can use on the Spell Sprite if need be. Yeah, that Stealth Spirit just kind of sneaks around the Spirit with Defender. So those two are going to have a nice symbiotic relationship in that they're not going to do anything to each other, which will then benefit what both players want their card to do, because this Everflow Eidolon staying alive can give other creatures in the back row +2 attack, which could end up being a bit of a problem for me. But I've got this Electronet here that if there's anything that becomes too troublesome, I can cut it down to size. Okay. Just move Cackle over and put a new drone hive. I could. I'm going to Electronet first on that. And then, yeah, being able to take that out is going to be nice for me. Yoink, yoink. Although that's only destroying a level 1 creature. So I still may be able to catch that. Oh my. 2 Everflow Eidolons now. Oh no! Oh, the symbiotic relationship has turned. Okay, so Cacklebones, it's slayed, so I get to play up to 1 Gizmo, put it there. And then I get to destroy a level 1. Then, because it's slayed, another one there. Okay. Ugh. That could have been real bad. Real bad. Now this one back here could also be a problem because I guess I've got my other Spectre, but this is a garbage hand. Because again, Infernal Ritual, I don't want to play this card yet. I'd want to do that when I got a Dark Shaper Savant out. Ardent Spirit is going to be pretty superfluous at this point. Because spirits have that deployability. If there's an opposing creature in this lane, destroy this. So 3 or 4 of the lanes are going to be out of question. And I don't want to put anything in this lane because I like Cacklebones right here anyways. So that card's pretty much not going to be played. So I'm down to 3 options. What's that big word? Useless. Superfluous is just useless. Yeah, that the spirit is useless if my opponent has 5 lanes because it's going to get destroyed. At least I think that's what it means. That's what I've been using it to mean. So if you want to sound mediocre, just use a word in a way that you're intending, whether or not it actually means that. Oh, that spell sprite's getting real big. Real big and nasty, which I don't like. So I think I'm going to go Dissipating Spectre over this one here. And then I'm probably going to do Citadel Prophet over here or whatever to make sure that I at least trade out on that. And my opponent's Forgeborn ability is summon the Swarm, play 2 spell sprites. Oh no! Ooh, they both have Breakthrough now. Oh my. Oh, it's going to hurt a little bit. And what's my Forgeborn ability? Oh yeah, Determine Choice. Oh, I should have been doing that to determine what choice they can't make. So I'll just put my biggest body there and absorb a lot of damage. Okay. And now free spell play because my creature died in the Runestone lane. More than most. Hey, good to see ya. We are doing strong, up to 17 viewers right now. I'm flattered. Thank you, everybody. I think this is the most that I've had at any one time. Breakthrough hitting you with all that superfluous damage. No, I think that damage was pretty important. Okay, so I'm going first. I'm just going to move Cacklebones out of the way there, scooch, and then have Darkshaper Savant go there. Then I'm going to make sure that I decide what my opponent's going to play for this card. So they've got the Spring Bloom Bear, the Shaman's Channeling, Druid's Chant, the Windy Hawk Rider, and the Arden Warstoker. So I avoid the Chain Lightning. I think I'm going to make my opponent play Shaman's Channeling first. Word of the week. Superfluous. Clearly it means superfluous. Oh, nice play. So Misery playing Shaman's Channeling. Oh, but it's on a creature with Defender. Oh, so it gives it Breakthrough, but it's not going to matter because it's going against a creature with Stealth. What a poor play. Ah, such a rookie move. And then I'll put just another Stealth creature out here and give this -3/-3. I don't mean to be giving Miss Misery a hard time because I made her play that card with my Forgeborn ability. I get to look at the opponent's hand and choose a card that they have to play next, if able. So, but now I knew that she didn't have the Chain Lightning. But she's still got the Forgeborn ability to play a couple of Spell Sprite minions. And get those out. And then probably play another spell. Druid's Chant would be really good in this instance. To give something 5/5 and then gain 5 health. Probably this one right here that's going against my Darkshaper, Savon. And then giving everything even more attack. Wow, with the live taunts, jeez. All this salt down here. I know, I felt bad saying it. I'll try to keep things a little bit more chipper and positive. Oh, Windy Hawk Rider. And then deal one. Okay. Yep. Giving both of those there. Deal one damage to an enemy creature for each spell in your banish pile. How many spells do we have? Ooh. And then because it slayed, get to play a level 1 spell for free. Does she have another level 1? I thought that the only other spell was a level 2. But I like that combo. I like that combo. You'll pay for it later. Some chore you'll have to do. All right. So giving each of those the extra attack and dealing 5 damage to something. Play level 1 spell for free. Don't have a level 1 spell. So away we go. Those there. I get to play a mindless zombie minion. There. This Slade, so I get to destroy level 1. Gizmo minion, I'll just put that on top. And then here's where the Dark Shaper starts to do some nasty damaging things. And then another Gizmo on top. And no enemy creature to do that too, so then it's just a 4/4 there. That was a rough exchange. But now Miss Misery Gathering Storm, so I could be doing a lot of damage right back to my face. And then Unify, give a creature +3/+3 if it's in a lane with one of your exalts. You may give another one of your creatures attack or health equal to the previous creature's attack or health. That one's kind of wordy. I don't know if I've got a good spot to be using that here. We'll see what Miss Misery's got in store. Because there's a Wildfire Maiden that I haven't seen yet that could then destroy my Dark Shaper or do damage to some other stuff too. And if she's playing spells, oh, there we go. Playing a Spell Swarm minion. All right, well, let's see. Don't have anything with increased attack, so I guess I'll just do my other Cackle Bones there. Solmer, Darkshaper, Hantu, River of Souls going to win Worlds, in my opinion. That's my prediction. That is a very, I think that's an astute observation. What about the Summoning Stitcher combo? Carl Testa weighing in. Yeah, the Summoning Stitcher is, there's a lot of ways where that could be technically an infinite combination. And a lot of players could use that, something like that, to their advantage. I haven't seen that played in the digital client because, and I'm sure that more than most can weigh in on this, where it is the timer that goes on in the digital client prevents you from doing it an infinite number of times. Okay, well that's not good. Oh my, all those are so big. Uh, let's. So I can do this to give. Oh, but that's still gonna. Oops. That's still not good. So we're gonna do Electronet over here. And then renewal, that's still gonna die. That's so this would be the only one that would help. Give an enemy creature -3/-3. Let's do that. Send those trade. All right, now I get a mindless zombie minion. And my opponent gets to play level 1 spell for free. And then, ooh, it looks like that we've gotten a little worlds discussion going on. Uh, Carl reports that. Oh, let's keep playing my game though. All right, Dark Shaper gets to take that out, and then another Slay. Preserved Habitat, they get to upgrade a card. Their discard pile, or in their hand and discard it, a creature. And that's not going to do anything. That's just going to go there. All right, and then those are okay. So to get caught up, Rakdos Unleashed weighs in. Hantu's less scary in paper when you know which lane it's reanimating in. I would agree. Uh, we've got Carl said that about 3 people have a Summoning Stitcher combo, and Fast Hippie said, haha, I've played enough against potential Worlds decks to have a strong opinion on what is going to win, but I'll keep that to myself. Sure. And then with 4 now with Mystical Stitcher, Summoning Stitcher combos can be countered with loads of removal. Agreed. And then Salmer says, I guess we'll have to see. I hope an infinite combo doesn't win. Speaking of combos, yeah. I used my combo to clear Miss Misery's board. Fast Hippie, the strongest deck I have to face is not infinite, if that makes you feel any better. And Solmer, it's probably the deck you went 1-20 against. Combat Brawler coming into play, battling the opposing creature, then slayed it, so then they get to play level 1 spell for free. But I don't think she had a level 1 spell, it looks like. Still got Gathering Storm in her back pocket there. Gorgeous. The Stitcher combo, if it's brought, will almost certainly win. It's uninteractable, but there are certain protections you can have against it. Yeah, that could be a very difficult one. Let's move you over, and we'll have you there. Yeah, some of those infinite combos are going to be difficult to deal with. So and we'll see what people bring. I haven't gotten a whole lot of idea of what people are going to be bringing. There's a few people that have kind of reached out to me to give me a preview because it's cool to know as somebody who's obviously not going to be competing what the world championships are going to look like for people. And some of those really strong decks. It'll be very fun to see the best of the best and what's going to come to play. All right, so I don't get a choice of playing a mindless zombie minion, so I might as well go that. That's not going to do anything. That's going to go there. And then just a couple of triggers that aren't going to go off. Let's see. Getting caught up. Carl Testa. If an opponent gains infinite life and the opposing player has a Blighted Circe with Soul Swap, will the game just continue? So that Soul Swap would be the Blighted level. I think it's Blighted level 4 only, where it says switch the health of a creature and player. The game would continue because, I mean, even if a player has infinite health, they let's see. Fletch and I are coming up with the exact wording of how this is going to look, but even if something is infinite, if it's non-game ending, like if you're gaining health, then we are figuring out where you just pick a number for that. Because just saying, oh, I'll go higher, oh, I'll go higher, oh, I'll go higher, that's just kind of stalling when you can just pick whatever number you want to go to for that. So we're still working on the exact wording of how that's going to be presented. But if a player had an infinite health gain and then the opponent had a Blighted Circe, where they could soul swap and then give technically infinite health to a creature, and then that creature's health to the opposing player, then that you'd have to pick a number. And I'll have that worded more succinctly. Let's see, getting caught up. Do you know when Fletch will release 2.0? Yes, Fletch and I are talking on Wednesday to hammer out the details, and then we'll be publishing that as soon as possible. I have been preoccupied with a lot of the Gen Con and Comic Con planning and stuff like that. So, but Fletch and I are meeting on Wednesday, and we'll have that information released as soon as possible. Miss Misery looks like that she got rid of my Dark Shaper Savant. And crap. Okay. Well, don't have a lot of great options now. Let's go Silver Arc here. And 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll win that trade. And then see if Miss Misery can block both of these stealthy lanes. Getting caught up. Solimer, I hope they make errata to Stitchers to make them once per turn. LOL. Here is, because I know I've had a lot of conversations with people, and there's been even more conversations beyond me about things like erratas or limitations on the number of times that things can occur or reoccur. And the blanket statement I can make is whatever ruling Stoneblade is going to implement will have to be something that can be executed in the physical space and the digital space. So I don't know how realistic or reasonable that's going to be of you can limit it to once per turn, because if that card goes away and then it's reanimated, I don't know if the digital client remembers that. And obviously there are people that are much smarter than me that can answer that question. I am not a programmer, so I don't know what the computer is going to know or not know. And I don't know what is programmable or anything like that. But I do know that any decision that is going to be made or anything that's going to be worked on, it has to be able to work in the physical and digital both equally well. So, good game, Miss Misery. I kind of lost paying attention with the actual game. My apologies, because weighing in on kind of this deep question here. I know that I overwhelmed you with a lot of the stealthy creatures, and you not seeing Wildfire Maiden or Chain Lightning at all really helped. So, back to my blanket statement on any errata or anything like that is whatever is being talked about or could be implemented has to be something that works for both the digital client and the physical. And because we want to keep those games parallel, that they're the same and transferable. So I can't really talk about any conversations with any specific rulings, but just anything in general has to work for both of those arenas. Okay. Let's see. Trying to get caught up. Godge's kind of responding to Carl about the soul swap is if you don't kill the opposing player or be able to end the combo immediately, they could just infinite combo again. That's a good point. It depends on what's exactly set up with that combo. So there's more nuance to the game state that would have to occur. But yeah, it's definitely possible to continually build up infinite or an unreachable amount of health. Let's see. Solimer 2.0 should be soon. They go live the second, he said, but earlier in the app, I think. I will also default to what Fletch is saying. Let's see, Fast Hippie. We'll take Magus. When an Exalt is played, well, let's see how many Exalts we're going against here. Oh, we got River of Souls and Centetta's Lab. Oh, great. But we can, at the very least, start out like this and then upgrade a card in my hand and discard it and just upgrade good old Kroyes. There we go. Soul Swap Pingers, I have lost to that. Solmer, I have a decent Soul Reaper half deck. Just need to find a way to survive till cycle 4. Yeah, good game. Zoe Misery. A Soul Reaver. Not Soul Reaper. Yes. Missed a couple obvious procs there. Yeah, I think and then Zoe kind of putting a bow on our match. I think the fact that you missed both of like your Chain Lightning and that the mage blanket on the name, the one with the slay deal or exalted deal damage to a creature or player. I think that really hurt you. Both of those. Okay. Let's see. Also didn't activate my Everflows. Yeah, those Eidolons can be very helpful if they're able to stay alive and be activated. I agree. I think a rematch would definitely go differently. Okay. So I need to activate that. Let's do that first. Upgrade Forge Seal, because I'm probably not going to play it. And it's just going to be mindless zombies there. Jurch just playing a casual mint. Well, Carl, if you're going to be slinging mud there, it is a Mantis Forge Seal Krogius Dark Forge Drain deck. Thank you very much. Yes, so it's a major flex. Shardbound Vexer, what does that do? It deals damage to a creature that uses attack. Ah, right. So that's gonna go away anyways. Yikes. it I I am mostly showcasing the triple synapse from the Alloyin that is going to be going away. So that's what I'm showcasing with this, not flexing with uh, a pretty sweet Mantis Forge Seal deck. Oh no! Wait, triple synapse? Yeah, I know it's one of the Phantom decks, but this Alloyin one is triple synapse. Yep, it's pretty cool. Synapse Assassin, Synapse Allomancer, and then Synapse Techno Hulk. Well, this needs to be with a preserved habitat half. That would be pretty cool. I will see if I have one. Oh, but I won't be able to find it in time because I'm not going to waste everybody's experience here with that. Hmm. Let's go Apocamancer here. And then I'm going to save my Electronet for the second play to either keep my Voltaic Prophet alive, or if my opponent brings out something that's even grosser, more grossier. All right, I think I got caught up on most of the chat. Oh, but that Neuralian Golfer has to be with 2 attack or less. Hmm. So, Synapse Assassin here. Electronet there. Activate that. And activate this. The siding tunnel shaman. Godus, is that one of mine? Did you quick snipe my collection to see if I had something to pair this with? Because that would be awesome if you did. All right, let's see. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll quick pair those after this. Thank you for sniping it. Hmm. Here, and then let's give armor and armor. Oh, unless they move that Shardbound Vexor. Yeah, I'll make Fast Hippie do that. Move it into the River of Souls lane, I dare ya. I don't know what I'm going to upgrade. Oh no! Not level 2 River of Souls. Okay, so that. Let's upgrade the Voltaic Prophet. And then Darkforged Drain. How many spells do I have in my banish pile already? 1, 2, 3, 4. That wouldn't be that bad. Okay, let's go like this. No, didn't want to do it to that creature. Jurch. Ah, you silly goose. Okay, use level 3 Forge Born ability, and I'll give it to that stealthy creature. And let's see. I'll keep Barkskin where it is for right now. Let's see if I can push a little damage with this stealthy warrior right there. I think she's doing an excellent job. Do you have a long list of people's names, Gorgeous? No, I just a good memory, lol. Oh, okay. That one's not mine. And ironically, I have a terrible memory for people's SolForge Fusion account names, despite the fact I should probably remember because I have to type them in whenever I'm doing a an invoice for ransoming your decks. Oh, it's my. Oh yeah. See, it goes to prove my point. I just got that mental blindness for it. All right, I'm glad I got that Electronet there. Mine is nice and easy. It's just my name. Hey, so is my Rakdos Unleashed. Yours is also your name. It's just not nice and easy. So don't for a minute think that yours is nice and easy. Okay, this Dark Shaper Savant's starting to get on my nerves just a wee bit. So let's see if we can take care of that. Here and there. Actually, here and there. Because I may just Botanimate that Gloomweeper Hag and not let my opponent get the satisfaction of gaining that health. Or yeah, getting that health from being destroyed. Yeah, Carly's is the worst. And I've had to type that in multiple times. Is horrible. Okay. So now we are going to Electronet there. And I wanted to botanimate there, but that's not quite going to be what I need it to. So we have to go that this way. And going to upgrade that there. I will, doesn't matter so much. But I know that my opponent can bring back that Dark Shaper Savant now. Not a fan of that. So let's go Synapse Techno Hulk over here. And we are going to upgrade force field. Going to do a little upgrading there of the Asperian steel plate. And then, because I don't plan on playing another creature, I might as well give armor to the two creatures that I plan on living through this. Gorgeous. I think multi-synapse is my favorite play style in this game, LOL. Yeah, the multi-synapse, it's fun. Multi-ghoulish is really fun too. I've got a double synapse I use with the habitat, and it's really strong. It's really strong. I imagine triple will be insane. Okay, I need to remember what deck you said of mine, Gorgeous. That got us all lost on this. I'm going to write it down. The siding, Siding, tunnels, shaman. All right. What? Fast Tippy, what did you do? Redact. Ah, redact. Gee dang it. Okay, well, I'm going to give both my creatures a little more juice on that. River of Souls to probably bring back the Dark Shaper Savant. And the other River of Souls to bring back a mindless zombie minion, which then triggers the Dark Shaper Savant to give something -1/-1. So then probably on my War Tusk. Yep, so those will trade. I like that combo. Yep, take that down a notch. And then a Gizmo to take it down another notch. And then putting a Gizmo in an empty lane. So that's down to 10 and 8. Yep, that one's going to hurt a little bit. I like that combo. Oh, now I got to get caught back up. Am I allowed to let's see. What? I think the like links and stuff, or is that front of you can post a deck link here. Yeah, I don't think there's any problem with that. Okay. So now I see two more Synapse. What a fast tip you got going on here. Play Gizmo, create a card in your hand. Ugh, that's going to be a problem. Yep, you're just going to whittle me down. I don't like that. And I've got Dark Forge Drain. Yes. Whittling me down. I don't want to use Dark Forge Drain yet, because I'd like to save it for when it's actionable for me. Oh, that's my deck? Oh, gotcha. Okay, so let's see. I'll play Krogius, level 2. And then I'm going to upgrade my level 1 Synapse operator. All right. And then trying to ping this down a little bit more. I appreciate that. Let's see. Then that finishes that off. But good thing I've got another Synapse Assassin. And then I'll just upgrade the Roaring Featherfang. I appreciate that people have permission to do stuff. Can't believe I have to say that out loud, but okay. So I think we're going to go like this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'll take the 3. I'll then upgrade a spell. Superfluous permission. All right. And then unless they've got removal there, I should be in really good... Well... That's what I was worried about. But now I can at least do this and try it again. And see if they've got more removal. But this, or just, yeah, anything that's going to fill up that lane. Yep. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Yes, I am so glad that Retribution gets to be broadcast to a bunch of people. All right, but now my level 4 Forge Born ability I can use with this Forge Seal, and that's Growth Aura. I'll take the 5 damage because I'd rather my creature at this point. We replace a creature in Slain play up to 2 Gizmo minions in your empty lanes. Well, we don't necessarily have that, how do we? But I can go like this. And then I'm probably going to do Forge Seal. Probably. Because then I get to keep 2 creatures around. Granted, they've got 3. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll see. I might have to block instead. Or Botanimate. Botanimate would be even better. And yes, I absolutely spoke too soon. Yep, gonna Botanimate that. Yeah, 13, 11, too big. I'd feel much better if you were a 2/2 and I gained 2 health out of that. So. All right. So now that, nope, Centetta's Lab is when you replace a creature in this lane, play up to 2 Gizmo minions in your empty lane. So I need to do something that's not going to be replacey, or where I just destroy that, but I don't think I can right now. I can at least fill up all these lanes with a bunch of nasty things that my opponent is going to struggle to deal with. So let's put another Mantis out. And then possibly Synapse Techno Hulk, which then I can just be upgrading anything in my hand. And all I need to do is just tread water, potentially, until I can get Krogius. I bet you won't give them 2 free gizmos. Yeah, I'm not going to botanimate their spider to give them the free gizmos. I'll make them work for it. And what's their Forgeborn ability? Play Mega Gizmo Minion, give the next creature you play this turn +6/+6. Oh, that could be a problem. It could be a problem. I think the Synapse Techno Hulk is probably going to put me in the best position to win because I can be upgrading other cards that are going to be in my hand. Botanimate. It's frustrating to be losing my one of my few hard removals. But if I get to be upgrading stuff, let's go like that. Activate, upgrade a card in your hand. Then it just gets to be in my hand. The app doesn't register upgrading a level 3 card as upgrading a card of that by design. Carl has to wait in before I can even say it. I'm pretty sure it's a bug. Yeah. All right, so let's see if I can just clog up enough lanes to where ooh, 7 or less. Yep, there we go. Until I can possibly get Krogius out. But 2 huge mantises. All right, so here we go. I've got my Venerable War Tusk. I've got my level 3 Utera Charger, Shellthorn Splicer. I've got my level 3 Ferocious Roar, and I got my Krogius. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Either with the Utera Charger or Krogius, because Utera Charger, I could potentially have it run into whatever it needs here in order to keep those lanes open while still blocking another lane. So I may just do this regardless of what they play as their first creature. If they end up playing a creature, that is. Krogius and Charger. I think that in some order it's going to be those two, because Krogius can just go against whatever they got going. I don't think it's quite a board wipe because of Optimize. Playing a Mega Gizmo and give the next creature you play this turn +6/+6. So especially if they double up, they play the Mega Gizmo, and then the next creature they play goes on top of it. That would be a huge, huge, huge creature. But Utera Charger right now can take out all 3 of these. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for then. Because I'm down by 7, and if I clear 3 lanes, then I've got this War Tusk that's open, and then potentially at least one of these 2 huge mantises. Got to save the Charger for last. Probably. It all depends on what they're going to do with their first play. It would be nice to be able to put Krogius opposite whatever big thing they put into play, but yeah, I think that kind of answers that. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I'll put Krogius in the way there, and the Utera Charger well, I guess it wouldn't take out the Magus, but it'd be able to attack all 3 of these. Yeah, so I'm using that Optimize. And then they're going to replace, so they can fill up this lane too. Yep. Yeah. Now I still get to end up clearing that lane. and then winning that way. So Terra Charger, go there, fight, keep fighting, there, keep fighting, there. And that's it, and that's all. Okay, now I got a quick make this deck that God just suggested. Yeah, good game, Fast Hippie. I gotta remember what the Alloyin half is. Never got my level 2 Dark Shaper high. Yes, that was imperative for me having the success that I did, for me being able to win. Masons of Winged Philosophy. All right. Change deck. Fuse new deck. Alloyin, the Masons of Winged Philosophy. There we go. And then it is the Siding Tunnels Shaman. Let's sort this just by the third set. Siding Tunnels Shaman. Which Forgeborn should I use for this? 2 Dark Shaper with 2 labs is nuts. Oh, I bet. I bet. I was trying versus your casual Mantis Seal Triple Synapse. Yes, it's a degenerate deck that's dying in half an hour. So the rest of the world won't need to worry about it too much after this. Nova. Their exalts give each creature... Okay, I'll play your game, Gajas. You found the deck. But I'm going with the Z here that you have. Gajas's decision. All right, and then we'll just see. United as one on the Wild Man one has breakthrough. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see it. So we will be able to play one match with this and then kind of sunset this half deck. And it was a fun ride. It's a fun ride. Found a match. Let's see what's going to take us home this week. Mosh! Oh, nice! All right. So in this deck, we've got Arrogant Wildman, so I need to get an Exalt out in order to give this thing breakthrough, which is what I'm going to lean towards. Everflow Eidolon's going to be giving things attack. Almost 20 views. Nice! We're almost up to 20! Thank you, everybody, because I know that I didn't do anything special for this. That this was you people who are suggesting or clicking in and sharing and whatever to have people watch this. I think that's really cool, and I really, really appreciate it. I've got a Betrayer's Shardwitch in this, a Springbloom one. So let's try that. Each player gains 2 health. You're welcome. And then I think I'm going to go the Synapse Allomancer to destroy that Rolling Worm. And yeah, to go back to what this deck was doing well, a Haunting Hunter. So it's a warrior and a spirit. And I have an Inspirited Elk. So then I can be bringing back spirits like the Haunting Hunter. So that's been a little bit of like soft removal that I've been able to do when I've played this deck. Springbloom Shardwitch is giving both players life. You already know what this Alloyin half likes to do. We've got Nature's Progression, Shaman's Channeling, Fertile Ground, and Preserved Habitat to try to do something crazy. Oh my, okay. There, and then deal 1 damage for each mage I have in play, which is 2. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I will take 2 damage. Okay. Hunter with Preserved Habitat and ways to reanimate the Hunter is awesome. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Um, let's go nature's progression here. And then upgrading a creature. So I'll upgrade the wild man? Without any exalts out now, it's not much use. And clean up that laundry there. I don't remember if this is a physical deck or just a digital one, but I know I wouldn't be able to figure that out real quickly. Fast Hippie, righto, have a good night. Going to check on life. See ya. We are at 20. Ha. Thank you. Thank you for the games, Fast Hippie. Yeah, and thank you everybody for showing up for this. Okay. Physical, I think. Do I have a spear in my bench pile already? No, I don't. Just a warrior. Oh, so I should have upgraded the Haunting Hunter to have a spirit, since Shaman's channeling could have given the creature breakthrough. Right. Choose up to one of your... I do think I need one of these in my banish pile, so let's do this. And that was going to kind of go by the wayside anyways. It says unranked, not unregistered. Okay. Oh no! Wildfire Maiden, that's what I was thinking of for that Zoe was missing out on. That's such a good combo. Oh, that's such a good combo. Because now just be activating, dealing damage to me, and then dealing that damage to a player and not having to choose. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Yep, choosing to deal it to me, and then be able to deal it to a character anyways. Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Then playing renew. Oh, no! Oh no! This is it. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts, but this is brutal. Yeah, I'm missing the habitat. Because giving the shard witch stealth now doesn't matter with my opponent having the forge. So putting that exalt in that lane does me no good. But I think I might have to Synapse Techno Hulk in this lane to prevent the extra damage to a creature and player. And then start upgrading. Just made a deck like this. Like the Sky Conduit and Wildfire Maiden. Yeah, well, that Shard Witch now is not doing a whole lot. I hate Apple. Oh, sure. All right. Minion there. Techno Hulk there. And then we're going to upgrade the Steadfast Drone because at level 2 that turns into an 8/13. That's huge. Yeah, that's a nasty combo right there. Nasty, nasty, nasty. If you put Windspark Elemental in the Conduit lane, do you get 2 procs? One of your creatures in this lane damages the enemy player. Deal much damage to enemy creature. Yes. I just had to remember what the exact wording of that was. Okay. Give one of your creatures +4 health. If it's in a lane with one of your exalts, give each creature adjacent to it +4 health. Okay. And then Mosh is working with play up to 2 spell sprite minions. Gotcha. Okay. 2, 4, 5 to close that out. I'm okay with that. And let's upgrade a card in my hand and discard it. We will upgrade the Synapse Assassin. Dealing 2 damage to me. Oh, this is such a cool, clever find. This is really cool. And then deal a damage there. Yep. I'm probably going to have my Haunting Hunter. I'll play that next to have these two battle. I got to get rid of that. But that's really clever. I love seeing the clever things that players do. I think that's where I get, because you've got we did an old episode of this on the podcast of like the Timmy, the Johnny, the Spike, the different like archetypes of player types. Either you like combos, you like to play on a theme, you like to just win at all costs. I like the exploration or seeing how other people explore this. So the different combos that people can come up with, I just think that's really cool. The Not even necessarily my own cleverness, but the cleverness of other people. I think that's really cool. So, oh no, aerial assault to then move. Are you gonna move it over there to destroy my little shard witch? Yep. Ugh. I wish Gorgeous. I wish I had a good Ator deck. LOL. I made a pretty sweet Goliath I've been terrorizing the ladder with, but my Ator decks are not so great. Yeah, Goliath with the Cadres, Rage of Cadres, and then Sky Conduit. Yeah. All right. So I will do my Haunting Hunter over here and have my Techno Hulk fight and finish that off. Then I still get to Electronet for free. And I'll do that over there. All right, how many people are we rolling with? Still 15. All right. As we're closing in the last few minutes of the stream. This has been awesome. This has been great. Oh, in the remaining 7 minutes, I would like to know what people would like me to spoil next week. And I'll see if I can spoil that. So in the chat, people let me know what they would like spoiled next week. And I will see if I have something that I can spoil on that front. What I spoiled this week? Oh, I showed some spoilery artwork related to the storyline event, and I'll see if I can pull it back up by the end of the stream. Otherwise, you can just go back and screenshot it. But it was a picture of a forge, and then it was a picture of a forge, and they one of them was nice and bright and shiny with a bunch of like runes and pillars around it. And the other one, it was accidentally inverted, and it looked like it was more of a black hole than a beacon of light and happiness. So I'll see if I can pull those up by the end of the stream. Otherwise, you'll be able to catch that just by going back and looking at it. But I'm not trying to make you go back and look at it. Next week you should show a minion. A minion, you say? Uh, I will see what I can do on that front. I'll see what I can do on the minion front. Okay, now I need to figure out what I can do here. Shaman's Channeling. I do have a Spirit in the Banished pile, so I could give a creature +6 attack and breakthrough. A Wild Man, which I could do and keep alive. So I think we're going to go that way to start. We'll see which way I'm going to go here. Either dealing 2 damage to something, and it'd only be 2 damage, or I'll probably upgrade. Probably upgrading Shaman's Channeling then at this point. Unless my opponent tries to chump block over here. Can't allow that. And then I might play Everflow Eidolon here to give the Wild Man even more attack. And then use my Forgeborn ability, like God just suggested when I was getting ready, or, when I was fusing this deck, to then give this enough attack to survive, or enough health to survive. What are you doing, Mosh? Yep, blocking there, or trading there. Or they're going to put it here and then give everything armor. Oh, even worse. So now I can't. If they're going to deal 4 damage to me, and then deal 4 right here, it's going to really hurt. Crap. Well, now, because that would be... I need to put my Everflow Eidolon over here. Ugh. Yep. There. Give the bonus to attack. Use the Forgeborn ability to keep it alive. Your luck with pulling Exalts is no bueno. And then I get the level 2 Fertile Ground, but no level 1 creatures. No. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Well, I have to go here. Yep, because the habitat with only 1 creature then, and then I would lose that creature. That's, yeah, whew. It is shockingly unfortunate. Four damage to me, and then 4 to either one of those creatures that'll take it out. I need to... Yeah, I need to force field on the Eidolon. Make your own look, Parka boy from the rafters. Make your own luck, Jurch. Yeah, I'll just get good. Yep. They take out the Everflow Eidolon, and I'm in serious trouble. Nah, I had to let the wild man go because I had no other way to block this lane. Yeah, I did keep that creature alive. Gross. Yep, and I've learned never activate a creature if it's not going to do you any good. Because there is, what is the noxious? Is that modifying term where it deals damage or destroys exalted creatures? Yep, so I've learned never, never, never exalt a creature if it's not going to do any good. Unlucky draw, what can you do? Yep. what you can do is get better. Get good, nerd. All right, so let's see. What am I going against? Well, either way, they've got the Forge. Wildfire Maiden's going to attack me. Going to take out either one of my creatures. Gross. What's my Forge-born ability? Give one of your creatures 4 tech for each creature you have in play. It's not going to do a whole lot of good when I don't have a lot of creatures. But you're against Tempest Alloyin, so I don't think that's a threat. And Spirited Elk, I wasn't getting there when I needed it. It's time. Oh yeah, it's after 9 o'clock. Yeah, well, this match probably isn't going on for a whole lot longer anyways. I'll see how long I can hold out for. Upgrade a spell in your hand. If it's an Exalt, you may play it for free. Exodia has been assembled, kinda. What Exodia do you mean? Gorgeous? Because I mean, I've got ooh, preserved habitat, and I guess with the Synapse Alloyin. Oh, yeah, that can work. Habitat and Synapse. Yeah. Okay. I read you. And then, oh yeah, that doesn't do me any good. What? Was my done click too close to my undo click? What if that drone was a mage? Yeah. Striking out on everything left and right, but that's okay. This deck that Mosh has here, this could be a problem. This could be a problem. It's a fun deck, a lot of good combos, especially this one right here. But let's see, if I preserved habitat, I mean, I could preserve habitat for my Allomancer to make sure that I take this out. Yeah, we'll see. Because that is upgrading a creature in your hand, then discard it. If I had hit habitat in cycle 1, yes. But the even though that's likely to happen, it's not guaranteed to happen. So it's really tough to try to bank on getting one particular card. And now I can't even do habitat because they're going to have too many things that have to be dealt with. The game would be completely different. It would. It would. It did get rather unfortunate for me. So let's see. I think I have to do the elk, but not do the deploy. Yeah, so I think I have to do this and not do the deploy. Then I will activate this here to deal 3 damage there. Synapse isn't in set 3. Yeah, that was a set 1 deck. All right. Well, I have to get rid of that friend right away because that's been nothing but trouble for me. And then Fertile Ground to activate and play a level 1 creature there. Even though the digital client allowed me to play it in any lane, the card says play it in this lane. And what's my bonus for it? Oh, geez. There you go. That'll do it. That will do it. That's why you need Betrayer Habitat with Triple Synapse to pair with regular Habitat. Yes. Okay. So that was the last match of the evening for me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the people that flooded and showed up. If you want to get more involved, you scan that QR code. It takes you to an interactable version of this slide where you can go to the Stoneblade homepage where you can see, you got to be kidding me, all of the Stoneblade library of games. You can click on the SolForge Fusion in order to go to that homepage. You can watch on Forge. The July episode, which we just recorded the other day, is going to feature a very special guest and a relatively new member to the community who has been on fire since showing up. So stay tuned for that. Join our Discord if you haven't already. I think that link, I'm pretty sure I updated that. If I didn't, then please somebody let me know. Follow us on Twitter where you can be getting updates on all the stuff that Stoneblade is doing, including where you'll be able to find us and interact with us at Comic-Con and Gen Con over the next couple of weeks. And then find the digital client on Steam if you haven't already. If you have been playing and you like it, please leave a positive review. We just need like 1 or 2 more positive reviews to boost us up in the ratings. And that is going to be really, really important for people to be finding this game going forward. It's an algorithm thing. It's math. All I know is that the more people that are saying good things about this game, the more and more people get to see it. So, as always, this weekly stream is my pleasure. I love doing this for y'all. I love hanging out and chatting. And thank you for the influx of live viewers. Everybody who played against me, these were great games. Everybody that chimed in on the chat, or those of you who were just listening and tuned out, I appreciate that too, because all of this helps with the machine that then gets this more popular. I don't need it for my own ego, but the more eyeballs and clicks that we get, the more people that get to see this. And then that is just such a good self-sustaining engine for everybody involved. So thank you all. And remember, we've got the sealed event tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central, and then another one Thursday at noon Central. And the invitational, but the World's Qualifier is on Saturday. And don't forget to check out Lucas's live stream Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central. I forgot to mention that earlier, but you can check out his stream, him interacting with the community. Hopefully he's getting a bunch of views and 20 people participating as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you all next week.